Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are live here outside the federal courthouse where Don Richard, is on the witness stand. Well, she should be done in a minute, but she's on the stand and she's not making the government's case too strong, look good, too good at all. I might have to move quickly, guys, because I'm kind of multitasking here. Oh, yes, Gene Dill's in the building as well. Gene Dill just walked in. I'm sure you guys saw the footage of him walking in. That was me standing next to him. I can't tell you what we talked about because, it was kind of off the record. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going down here in New York today. I promise you it is going down here in New York today. I don't know if you guys are watching the other streams, but it's going down here. I have all the doors covered. We have coverage all over the place. So, yes, Gene Dill pulled up. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. In 1 minute, I believe that they will start coming out this door here. So I want to make sure you guys, yes, you already know. You already know. Baltimore, be more shorty. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. And I have another exclusive to drop today. Make sure you're subscribing. And when I tell you, let me say this. I interviewed over the weekend a man who knows Puffy very well. He's never did an interview with anyone. He was offered to do an interview with a national news outlet. He told me he wasn't doing the interview. He did it with me. It's going to be a 5-part interview. And when I tell you, he knew Puff since Howard University, and he had a lot to say. And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it puts this whole image of Puffy to a different level. And I want you guys to make sure when I post the link, because we're chopping it up right now. It's so good. We're cutting it up in 10 segments. I'm gonna do a DJ Vlad on you. When I tell you this was a big one for me, this was the big one. When I tell you for this case, no one has this interview, and he's not on the interview running his mouth, just saying anything. This guy, when you see him, and we got photos. We don't just got video. We got photos of him and Puff. When I tell you, I want to release the photos so soon today. And when you see it, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna know Uncle D did his 1-2 step on this one. Yes, be more shorty. I miss seeing you. Someone said you're a biased journalist. Someone block that person. Get your behind off my page. Get your behind off my get him out. Get her out of here. Nebra, get Nebra out of here. Somebody do your job. Get rid of her. No, don't bother. Don't bother. Just don't bother. You're a biased journalist. Newsflash, if you look at anyone's reporting and everyone's reporting, everyone has an angle. My angle's based on facts. You may not like the facts, but the facts are what it is. We're not putting all that extra on the story. It is what it is. Accept it. Digest it. It is what it is. She's getting pounded in the courtroom right now. You're a biased journalist. Why? Because I don't say what everyone else says. No, don't do that. I'm unblocking everyone on YouTube. Queen Brill, you're not blocked. Queen, did you get blocked? Queen, how did you get blocked again? Queen, who blocked you this time, Queen? What are you doing, Queen? Queen, it's like you get blocked every week, Queen. What are you doing? Hold on. Give me an example of what testimony she had that was totally out of line.
Okay, for instance, the egg in the frying pan. Most of that works for my lips. It came down, from downstairs, fussing.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's grabbing the pan and throwing it. Swing. First it was she swung it. He swung it. Then he threw it.
That's legal, right?
I do not think.
Listen, I do this. Listen, guys. This
What's going on?
he brought me something that you wouldn't know nothing about. Nothing about, but hold on. No, hit the wall right there.
Oh, I'm going to walk.
I'm gonna say 5
I got
six. Woo! 5. Ooh. Hold on.
Brother, which way did y'all come out on Friday? To the back or to the front?
Sorry.
This one right there?
Hold on. What do you say, guy?
What's the number? What's the number?
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you 4.
No, you can't do 4. You got
2.
Two.
No, don't do that. Don't do it.
Someone the other day said like a single digit number.
No. I never
I
said
think they said 1 or something.
I said 4. 2 and 2 is 4.
You're good.
2 and 2 is 4. Isn't ladies and gentlemen? Hold on. I'm in New York now, player. I'm in New York. Hold on.
Like
I'm for 12. I'm gonna knock it
at
to
the
12.
Diddy trial.
12. Let's go.
I think Diddy's gonna get off.
What we got?
Oh,
7. Oh my goodness. You know what that mean, right? You know what that mean, right?
7's a good number.
7's a good number. Okay, one more. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen. You should have brought these out. 7. Woo! What did I hit?
7.
Tell them. Look into the camera. What did I just hit?
Tilt the camera on that 7.
Did I hit a 7?
It's a 4 and 3.
4 and 3 is 7. Did I call 7? If I was the cameraman,
now, if you got to tilt the camera so they can see it.
Well, hold on. No. They believe me. If you say it,
all right.
You wouldn't lie, right?
No.
Right. What is that? 4 and 3.
4 and 3.
What did I call?
7.
All right. Pay me if we were gambling.
If these
I'm gonna
witnesses,
get in trouble, man. I'm having flashbacks.
if these witnesses persist at the level of this woman, there's a chance this man might get off.
Right, because our story's inconsistent. Talk about that.
Wow.
Inconsistent testimony.
Consistency. She's taking the prize on that
She's taking the prize.
today.
If you had to vote today on her testimony for the defense or for the government.
I would have to start shrugging my shoulders about this, because it's either he did it or he didn't, and either the information is correct and the evidence, and if it's spotty, then it's not. So if there's any exaggerations, then her letter of the law has got to go then, right? Case dismissed. So then she was lying about not necessarily lying.
Chill out.
How you feeling, brother? How you feeling?
You missed a show this time.
What happened?
Did I get down? Did I get down? Not down.
Yeah. What's going on? I'm gonna go inside.
See you, man.
Yeah. If there's any exaggerations, then the case is no good.
It's bad. I mean, all you have to do is convince one juror. That's the goal. 'Cause there's
Right,
one
right,
juror.
right.
So they can't keep making these mistakes here. And it's a mistake because you need to know what your witness is going to say before she's testifying.
There's potentially going to be, what do you call that? A hung jury or a
Absolutely.
mistrial.
Well, hung jury is a mistrial or not guilty.
Right. I think this might be pushed into like a mistrial,
Okay.
and then you'll be afforded another opportunity to shore up his defenses.
Well, I don't think if it's a mistrial, they're going to prosecute him again because it was a shoddy case. The government doesn't lose cases. If they lose this case, they're not prosecuting it. I don't believe that's going to happen.
Yeah, it depends how bad they want to go after the guy. You know?
Right. But you know, say you usually get one bite at the apple.
Mhm.
And if the apple's rotten already, why would you want another bite?
I got a wrongful conviction case myself. I was just telling David. 20 years something takes place while I'm at it.
You got 20 years, but how'd you get out? From another country?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And, I finally got the proof. I got to come up with 4,500. Paid the examiner, forensics document exam. That proves without a shadow of a doubt, irrefutably, that they effed up.
okay. So you're trying to get it reopened?
I'm trying to get it reopened so I can get it overturned, dismissed. And,
Absolutely.
you know, get all my life. I was showing Dave, I got a fucking track record.
The hell?
I mean,
God damn. If I cut it off right now, what would happen? It'll be a
they'll put a bolo on me.
not be on the lookout.
Right. So, you know, if I do that, it's, you know, a ghost. That instance. You know,
Yeah.
walking around the city. There,
Right. That's it. Yeah, you're everywhere. You got cameras everywhere. You ain't going nowhere. Every block you go is a camera.
that comes off me. I've been actually thinking of defecting to Russia, man.
Listen, you're saying too much on camera, man. Don't.
Nothing here for me. Now, listen, we're bringing the war here.
Can you travel?
With permission.
Can you travel?
With permission.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much time you owe?
My last trip was to Washington D.C.
That's out the country.
No, I know, but it's out of the 5 borough jurisdiction. I'm restricted to 5 boroughs.
Oh, damn.
So, you know, this is my reality.
No Hampton points.
These are my freedoms. You know,
no Hampton, but
you
it's
know,
better
zero.
to be inside, right?
You know, so I do 20 for something that takes place. I'm out of the country, and there's still, you know,
I'm gonna have to ask you a question. You know, I keep it 100.
Yeah.
How did you get that fucking thing?
Oh, that. Maybe.
We're talking about.
What's your name?
Dennis Byron.
Dennis Byron. Yeah. What's my doctor? No, Moses. Yeah, man. You know, I think I was telling you earlier. I got set up at the back. Just to,
Yes, it is. Which one are you looking for?
I'm meeting my daughter who works here. She said, is there a grassy area with meadow?
This is a grassy area, maybe, and this is the metal detector right there. Tell her I showed you where to go. Yeah, walk up the steps and go do some security. So we'll put it on.
Oh yeah. Do you think? Listen, I got your email.
You send me an email yet?
I was actually.
When is you gonna do it? I gave you 3 hours ago.
Yeah. I was actually. I know that they take the phone.
Oh, that's
aside.
Yeah, send it now.
Corruption.
Send it now and put all your information. Are you not Russian? Right?
No,
You said Russian.
no, but I was in Ukraine. You know, in sum, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a civil war. Guaranteed. I'm making sure of this. That's why crazy shit.
You send me an email. I'm gonna call you after. I promise.
You have links to actual news links?
Yeah, I have tons of them. I have tons of them. But I got
Yeah,
my show.
let me get out of here. All right,
Thank you.
Byron. Cool.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
Be safe.
We'll be in contact.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. That's smart. Man.
All right, guys. Woo. That's one. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I do apologize. I have two cameras going. I was looking at the camera up, and you guys were down. Nikki, are you good? Did you do yours?
No, I'm about to go right. Make a video now.
Nick, can you say hi to the people over here, please? Say, oh, this one.
Oh, hold on.
It's windy. Your hair's gonna blow.
But I can't.
Look at Nick. Okay, court is over for lunch. All right, guys. Which way she's coming? Okay, guys. Let me get the shot real quick.
All right, so court is out right
Are they coming that way? All right, guys. I'm turning the camera around, guys. I'm turning the camera around so you guys can see. Turn the camera around, guys. He said you look like me today. You look lovely. I love the look. You straight from New York.
Like, I haven't been my deep. We really need to start.
Hold on, guys. Who shot you? Oh my goodness. They play too much. Did you get scared just now? All right, guys.
You could say what she
Okay, I need to charge up that real quick, guys.
basics of criminal trial against Sean. More testimony on Sean, a former singer of that never heard Diddy. She testified that she saw this several times. This week, she was part of it. Yeah. I'm surprised I see what's this?
Okay, guys. All right, guys, I'm back, and Dawn Richard has just left, and she didn't do a good job. She did not do a good job for the prosecution. Shout out to Galatians. Appreciate you, Galatians. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Hold on. We're losing battery power, guys. Got another battery here. Hold on.
Oh God, they're probably racist. Turn on the siren for us. Let's go. They watch.
Sorry, guys. I'm checking email.
Supposed to be open.
The chef, the chef. It looks like he's gonna look at maybe four.
Right now, not in the past.
Lauren, question. You were in the courtroom.
Not the first courtroom, but the second.
How did Dawn do?
I don't know. At first I felt like she was like her story kept changing, which never looks good. But then when the prosecutors came back to clarify some of the changes, it kind of made sense of why it changed. And then it kind of something like, for instance, they asked her about reaching out to Diddy, like I think it was like 2020 or like, and then sometime after that, and the defense, Diddy's legal team made it seem like she reached out to him because she just wanted to work with him. And they're like, if you were so scared and you were scared for your life, you got away from him in 2011, why would you go back? But they didn't really add context to it. When the prosecutors came back, they were like, can you clarify why? And she's like, Making a Band was coming back again. Lorianne Gibson, she had a conversation with her. She wanted to build a relationship and work with Making the Band because Diddy wasn't going to be involved in this one. And Lorianne Gibson, or whoever, allegedly told Dawn, well, you got to clear this with Puff first, basically.
Right, Lorianne is the choreographer.
Choreographer, yes.
Right.
So that explained why she reached back out. And then they asked her about another time of her reaching out, and she said that she was doing it to help her friend, Kalina, which I'm sure we'll get more clarity on. So I don't know. Today I'm kind of like, I don't have a set
To me,
opinion.
Dawn didn't do a good job, in my opinion.
So, but she's on this last album. Did they ask about why? How did that happen?
The Love album?
The Love album.
They haven't clarified that yet. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that they did bring in for a landing, and then there's a lot of things they left open because I think their point wasn't even to be super specific. It was to just show like, okay, if right, because first of all, even what Dawn was saying about the times that she spoke to the government, to prosecutors, right? They kept hanging on that you were so scared, and you mentioned that he threatened to do something to you, which you took as a death threat. And she said a death threat on the stand, but you met with prosecutors several times and never mentioned that threat at all, but you were so scared. But she came back in and said, you know, it's been over a decade since this stuff has happened. Every single time I talk about it and I think about it, I'm remembering more.
I mean,
So-
I get it. And when I read that, I get it because you could sometimes, like me, I have like delayed reactions to things. I actually just spoke to the other day. Sometimes something will happen and then more shit will come to me as time goes on. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
wait a
that's
minute.
easy. People forget names. Remember, I
Right.
just had someone just said this. I remember something I never told you during my interview. So it happens. People can have a lapse of memory. But did they talk about the civil suit? Because obviously
They did, but
Yeah,
even
they
with
asked her,
even with that, I
Did
feel
she
like
file it after
yeah, did
Cassie?
she file after Cassie? She said she did. And with that, to me, I took that as like Dawn from the beginning gave you the notion that she allowed Cassie to fight her own battle, but silently, and sometimes not even silently, was there like, you should leave him, but we're going to stand in solidarity with you, but you got to do this for yourself first.
Yeah.
that
So the
happens too.
filing and the timing of her lawsuit was consistent with that. It was like, okay, Cassie came out, it's her story to tell. Now that she's come out, I can talk about my story, which might slightly involve some of hers. That was consistent with that. I didn't take
Right.
that as like she was not credible, but they did try and lean in on like the whole money thing because they're alleging that her legal team sent a settlement act.
The demand letter.
But Dawn
I
had
didn't read that part.
Dawn had no recollection of that. She said she didn't know what they were talking about, which we had heard conversations. I don't know if this is the exact reason why, but I remember when they were arguing about Cassie's attorney and different attorneys for the witnesses being able to talk to them because you're supposed to not be aware of certain things that are happening or
Right.
whatever.
Well, a lawyer's sitting in the courtroom every day.
Yeah.
Lisa Bloom is in the courtroom every day.
Exactly, but certain
and
things
before
she's
Lisa,
not.
it was the other guy.
But- But certain things are not allowed to like bring you up to speed on because it's like coaching you in your testimony. They're only allowed to talk to you in a certain way about the case and about what's happening.
Well, that poses a problem because Lisa Bloom's job is to win a civil case, and if she thinks a client's going to say something that will contradict a civil case, then that poses a problem.
But to me, I'm surprised because to me, Lisa didn't. I don't feel like Dawn's testimony helped or didn't help. I'm
Okay.
not sure where it
Yeah,
was.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like I understand what
And then
Diddy's
that's why I
team was
said
trying to
where is-
do, but
Did she look like a liar on the stand? Yes or no? Did she-
Not to me, it just didn't help and it didn't take away. It just
Exactly.
was like, why are you here?
if you listen to one side, you may have felt like that, but once you listen to the other side and put them both together, it was like honestly, it didn't progress or
It didn't
define
progress it
anything
further.
whatsoever.
So
it
the
didn't
only
give or
person
take away.
I think could progress this further would be Kerry Morgan or Cassie's mother. But my thing is Cassie's mom, what are you even gonna say to this?
Mm.
See, but we got to be careful because we came out that back entrance.
Did they
Meanwhile,
leave?
She probably came out right the fuck after us.
Well, we got to go rival shot.
But not only that, yeah, Arrival great. But I'm like, now
You want to see
Kerry's
what?
off. I'm gonna be right back there
Yeah.
because they drove them in. That poor guy. They
But they
drove
done.
them in.
Is she done for the day?
Kerry.
No, I'm talking about
Dawn, yeah,
Dawn's
she's
done. Okay.
done. She's
Okay.
done. Period.
Period. Okay. You saw Gene Deal, right? He's here.
Yeah, he's sitting out. Yeah, he's in the front.
Oh, so he's just listening. He's not gonna
Yeah,
testify.
he's here to listen. There's a lot of people that are
Yeah, he's not
just here
testifying.
just listen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that I know.
If he should be
Wait, who's
sequestered.
it?
Gene Deal, the bodyguard.
No, you mean Diva?
No, Gene Deal.
A different guy.
Because if Gene Deal is
See, that was not
That's the
Diva.
one who's been on social media.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
talking to all
Gene-
these.
yeah.
So that's not Diva.
no.
Mm,
No, he's coming to testify.
because she,
No, Gene's not.
Let me get you know what's funny? When you say Diva, sure. Diva talking to me. I'm like,
No. This Gene Deal's big.
You know.
Fix it. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you. All right, guys. So you heard what happened coming out the courtroom. There's some are saying that she didn't do so bad. Others are saying that it's inconsistent. So it all depends on how you view her testimony. And again, you have 12 people that will have to make a determination as to the credibility of what she's testifying. Remember, she has a lawsuit that she's filed against Sean Puffy Combs. So, I mean, again, it's up to the jurors. Because if it appears that people are motivated by money, then the jurors are going to factor that in. And then the defense has to make a closing argument that would support that notion or that theory. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I need to charge up my device. I'll see you guys on my next live. I appreciate you. I really do. And let me see if I have any questions from anyone before I leave here. All right, guys. I don't know if he's singing like a bird, but he's definitely in there to listen to what is coming out the case. So if he's listening, yeah, he probably shouldn't be testifying. He probably shouldn't be testifying because you don't necessarily have the right to have a favorable advantage over the defense. You shouldn't be in there. Judges typically sequester any witnesses that are going to be called in to testify. That's right. Guess who has the transcripts at the end of the day? Yours truly. And my pool members, of course. And my pool members. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next live. Peace. Oh, by the way, check out Lauren LaRosa on the Breakfast Club, as well as check out all of my dear friend Celia Simone on TMZ. You hear all her clips. You see all her clips. She's doing her thing as well. Peace.